My name is Joe Barr. I'm a professional ultramarathon cyclist. I'm currently taking part in the UMCA World Championship. I've competed in RAM twice. I'm a past winner of two World Cup rounds, firstly in racing around Ireland in 2009, and I won the NOCAM 1000 race in Texas in 2015. BRL Sports was one of the first major USA sponsors that came on board with me just prior to my first race across America in 2012. I was very fortunate to meet one of the directors there, Debbie Carroll, and she was very kind to hear my story and become involved with what we were trying to do. It was a very new introduction to me for a complete new range of products that really suited the environment that I was going into. Coming from a mainstream race background, I needed to change and shift the product range that I was using. So this was, the BRL range was the first range that I got introduced to that could cope with such a strenuous event. The Altitude product I use is a Altitude RX, and my usage of that product came from what happened to me in 2012 in Race Across America when I suffered altitude sickness in Colorado. Subsequently after that, I started to use the RX Altitude product, and in the 2014 race managed to overcome that situation, and it was directly related to the use of that product. It's an assistance to encourage the oxygen transportation and production in your body at altitude. So I found it very, very good. It's a fast acting product. Turns around 24-48 hours from your introduction to it, and I noticed the difference, especially when we went up to 10,000 feet. I started to really notice the difference there. Probably from about 7,500 upwards, it really became a vital piece of what we were doing. The term EPO is fairly commonly known in the sporting world. However, this product is a very natural based product that assists your own natural capability to actually enhance its reproduction system to its maximal. That's all. It doesn't actually enhance it beyond your normal system's capability. And I think that's one of the shortfalls. I mean, every athlete is trying to be the best that they can be, and we're all hopefully in the mindset of not breaking the rules. So we live in an environment where we know the rules are getting broke. However, for all athletes who do not wish to participate on that, EpoBoost, from a natural product and enhancing your own natural capability to do that, there is nothing else in the marketplace that even remotely comes close. I go regularly for university physiology testing, as nearly all athletes at our level do. I was always, my hematocrit level was always in and around 43, and now I'm sort of 46.4, somewhere in and around there by using it. Again, I go back to the point that this is not a chemically based product, and it's not an illegal product, so therefore it's not going to have the 50 pluses in hematocrit level that would be known with an illegal performance so. But again, it's enhancing your own natural capability to be the best that you can be. Well, Invigorate it's a complex protein product. It has properties in it that enhances brain function, mood function. It has digestive properties in it, which helps constipation. It's good flow for colon, and basically repair building blocks for muscle breakdown. So it's a very complex protein product. My normal day is broken into 2 sessions of training in the day, and they're usually relatively high impact training, high heart rates, big blocks of interval training, and they usually have a huge breakdown afterwards. So the way that I use Invigorate is I use it time sensitive to the post training situation, where within a 6 to 8 minute window I use 2 scoops of the product, just so that the rebuilding process of the body automatically hooks onto the product and drags it in instantly, so that the maximal repair mechanism is actually fueled to be able to commence to the next level, and 30 minutes after that, then in most days I would use like a very small and again a very detailed piece of solid food, especially in the carbohydrate end, to enhance that piece. So it's put together in blocks, and the invigorate being the foundation that goes in. And invigorate, like it has 21 grams of protein as a formula that you would take. Like it's 100% grass-fed whey product. Consists of probiotics, probiotic fiber, digestive enzymes, essential fatty acids, and it's immune booster, and it's got green veggies in it. So it's a very specific piece in towards damage repair on muscle after intense workouts. Well, Trifuel for me is the mainstay of what I do with BRL products. Trifuel is the carbohydrate product that I use. I use the wild berry flavour of it, again as a personal choice. In Race Across America in 2014, I used Trifuel comprehensively on the event. It was a Race Across America. It was a pretty difficult management process of it, but it worked very, very well. It sits very well with your inside your system, especially whenever you take something like Race Across America, where it's such an uncomfortable position for such a long time, and the sheer fatigue levels and sleep deprivation that kicks in, your whole system starts to shut down. So trying to process any type of solid food is a very, very difficult task for it. And we found the Trifuel product, that we'd done a lot of testing with it before we went to the race, and we found that, you know, I was using like 640 milliliters in a 2-scoop mix every hour. Well, I think that the fact that it allows the digestive system to function so easily. There's no bonking, there's no nausea, you know, there's no bloating sensation that comes from it at all. It is very, very easy to drink, and you know, we've moved on now to where my complete crew use it through the event as well as myself. Like, so you know, we found the significance there as well, because at the end of the day, we're trying to, you know, we're trying to get all the marginal gains, you know, the buzzwords of today, like, but the marginal gain is the crew also need to be fueled, you know, so that was a big area that we started to introduce, and it's been very successful. The key piece with Trifuel and sleep deprivation is the caffeine. You know, it's very well lined with caffeine, and I find it, especially in the night time or when you're just entering, we would actually increase, not much, but we would increase very slightly the product amount. So we'd probably go to maybe 2.5 scoops in the night, or maybe 3 even, depending on how the temperature drops. And then we would revert back to 2 as soon as we hit daylight hours again. So it has a significant effect on that. I think that the product range that I'm currently using from BRL, which incorporates the RX Altitude, incorporates the Trifuel, the Apo Boost, and the Invigorate, all in their correct places in the program that I'm doing. I believe it's the best combination that's available at the moment, and it certainly sits very well with my individual situation. I can't imagine that it would create any kind of uncomfortable positions for most people, because we've tested it under all the extreme conditions that there is, hot and cold and altitude. And since I've started using it in 2012, it has, you know, it has been probably the most significant change in everything, because I have changed my training regime accordance with my own evolution in the sport, for certainly, because at the end of the day, when I came into ultra cycling in 2009, it's taken me to now to evolve to where I am, but I would say a good 60% of that evolution has come to that package and that nutritional program that we've now worked out, and it's all come from BRL Sports. I think that these products, like, because of their simplicity and multifunction, I don't think that they're inhibited just to ultra cycling. I think that if you take a look at what we've done with our crew, I think that if you really broaden your vision as to what you can achieve with these products, I think that, you know, the sky's the limit, really. I think if you're a beginner, I think if you're a fun runner, I think that all that these products can do is enhance what you're doing. I think the next step now is in 2017, our main focus, and probably our only focus for the whole year, is to go back to race across America. I've had a pretty lean year this year in comparison to what I did in 2015. I raced a lot in 2015 for me, but the focus of that year was more to do with increasing my capability to have more hours on the bike without stopping, and that was based on our build-up to being able to be competitive in the overall in Race Across America in 2017. And to do that, I needed to take a year very lean to try and get recovered and mostly focus on preparation for RAM. We're fortunate that we've actually competed in quite a number of the world events at this stage, and rather than just keep going in that circle, I want to try now to go back to what the main core of what we're doing now at this stage of our evolution, and that's RAM. And I would like to think that I now know I can do the top 10. I don't see now, after 2015 and the progress that we made in relation to the hours, that we can't be competitive for the overall. And that's really what 17 and the future with myself and BRL are. We're working like in a partnership, like, and to try and go there to be the best that we can be.